No red flag gun laws in Texas. It's March 27th, 2025, and these are your headlines. Drawing a clear line in the sand on gun rights, the Texas Senate has passed legislation that would make it illegal for state or local officials to enforce federal red flag laws, going as far as to criminalize cooperation with such orders. Senate Bill 1362, dubbed the Anti-Red Flag Act, and authored by State Senator Brian Hughes, passed through the Senate on a party line vote of 20-11. The legislation prohibits the recognition, enforcement, or service of extreme risk protective orders, court orders that restrict an individual's access to firearms without, and this is important, without a criminal conviction, if they originate outside of Texas law. Texas currently doesn't have red flag gun laws. This would apply to gun laws out of state and federal. Also bars local governments from accepting federal funding to implement or enforce such orders and declares them unenforceable within state lines. Violating the measure would carry serious consequences. Anyone attempting to enforce a red flag order from another state or federal authority could face a state jail felony. Critics of red flag laws argue that they trample on due process and Second Amendment rights, allowing firearms to be seized based on accusations alone. Supporters say the measures are tools to prevent mass shootings and suicides. Chris McNutt, the president of Texas Gun Rights, said that while the Senate's passage of the bill was a big victory, the battle isn't over. House Bill 162, authored by Representative Briscoe Cain, was referred to the House State Affairs Committee nearly a month ago, still hasn't had a hearing. The Senate bill now heads over to the Texas House as well for consideration. The investigations are mounting up for a controversial Islamic center in Dallas-Fort Worth. Texas Governor Greg Abbott announced today that the Texas State Securities Board has launched an investigation into the East Plano Islamic Center, or EPIC, and its affiliated entities for potential violations of state and federal securities laws, including possible investor fraud. According to the governor, the probe centers around whether EPIC has failed to comply with legal requirements meant to protect investors from fraud and financial abuse. He said all entities in Texas must follow state law, not Sharia law. Now, this is the latest in a series of state-level actions targeting EPIC and its controversial planned development, EPIC City, a 402-acre Islamic compound that includes a mosque, Islamic school, and a residential community in Collin County. Just yesterday, the governor announced that the Texas Funeral Service Commission had issued a cease and desist letter ordering EPIC to halt all unlicensed funeral operations. And earlier this week, the governor revealed that a dozen state agencies are investigating possible illegal activities tied to EPIC and its affiliates. Attorney General Ken Paxton has also confirmed that his office is separately investigating EPIC for potential violations of consumer protection laws. So with multiple state agencies now actively investigating EPIC, the controversy surrounding the development continues to escalate.
America is at a crossroads. Now, more than ever, Texas must step up and lead the country. We don't have time to mess around. The only way to save America is with a strong Texas. You and I know this, but so do the enemies of life and liberty. Therefore, you and I have no choice but to stand up and fight. I'm Sarah Gonzalez, and to the enemies of liberty, I say, come and take it.
Republicans in the Senate and the House want to revive red light camera ticketing systems on school buses, which was killed in 2019 by conservative activists defending drivers' due process rights. Senator Donna Campbell and Representative Tom Craddock filed matching measures that would allow Texas school districts to implement photo-enforced ticketing schemes using stop-arm cameras mounted on school buses. Donna Campbell laid out her measure at a Senate Transportation Committee hearing yesterday. Senate Bill 744 would create an exception to the current ban on red light cameras, allowing school districts, cities, and counties to issue civil or criminal charges or citations for violations of passing a stopped school bus based on evidence collected from these detection systems. Lawmakers passed a bipartisan ban of all red light camera systems in 2019 after years of efforts by conservative activists to kill the cameras locally. Opponents challenged the systems as policing for profit that violated drivers' due process rights. Support for the systems was further eroded by a multi-million-dollar bribery and kickback scheme that landed multiple co-conspirators in prison. Terry Hall of Texas Turf, a transportation reform organization, said a key issue with stop arm violations is the short warning time drivers receive before the bus activates its red lights and stop arm, leading to unfair tickets. She also said corruption in the industry is widespread. Representative Craddock's companion, House Bill 3034, was heard in the House Transportation Committee today. For more of today's stories, go to texasscorecard.com.